Wow, what an unfortunate day here. So it looks like YM is done doing its lows. Wow, what a day. Let's see what it's trying to do. Wow. It may drop again. It just reached the area that it was sideways when we're trying to go long. Then it dropped another 200 points. So that may turn into resistance. Let's hope. Our market is negative 1.6. We are negative $100 right now with this trade, so we were negative 60. And then with this trade now it's 30. My internet streaming still says not enough video. I hope this is being streamed. I didn't have time to finish my breakfast. Man, all of my information is all gone. All of that chart stuff. All right, here we go. Looks like we're going south again. So right now we have our target, but I may get out early. I'll be very happy with 5 points. Extremely happy after all that we've been through. So right now is 11:15. Just make sure, show that everybody that we're honest here. It's October 26th to 2020 at 11:15. We lost our internet. We were on a long trade and it looks like we got stopped out. I don't know if I'm missing any data or not. We re-entered the market and now we're short. And we're trying to see if the market wants to go negative. It still hasn't done a full correction. So I'm looking for a full correction. From last Friday. If we get stopped out of this trade, I'm done for the day. That's it. Okay, excuse me 1 second, guys. I'm just checking my options here. All right, what's going on here? All right, sorry about that, guys. I'll just checking my options. Not looking good today with this huge drop in the market. All right, so we're short again. So now time decay is not in our side. All right, again, if we get stopped out, we are out for the day. That's it. We'll be probably negative 200, 210 probably. So if you just tuning in. We lost our internet. There's a fire going on in Orange County, windstorm, and I believe that's what took out our internet. But we're short again, and we have our target is 96, but it looks like I'm gonna get out early, and if I get stopped out, I'm done for the day. We'll be minus 210, I believe. I shouldn't even have gone in this trade since it was past 1 p.m. Central Time. You never want to take a trade after 1 p.m. Not in gold. Alright, looks like it's gonna take us out here. The E-minis are going back up, and I think this is gonna help on taking us out. So apologize for losing internet, but that's out of my hand. I actually screwed up my trade. Lost all my chart information. I started out as a good day, then it just turned on us, but it was expected with a marker almost down 1,000 points. We shouldn't even have been trading. So we went from being 340 positive to losing our internet, and now we're negative 60 plus whatever we're losing on this trade. But we're up almost 6 grand for the month, so we are okay. You can't win every day. I think I haven't had a loser in 6 or 7 days, so all good. Can't win every day. We try, but just impossible. Alright, I'm gonna turn off the video a little bit. I need to stretch. Alright. So air quality is pretty bad out here now with this fire. What are they calling it? Silver something fire? Silver Canyon? Silver something. Orchard Hills. Silverado fire. That's what they're calling it. The Silverado fire. So I'm not sure if it's Santa Ana winds, which is the offshore wind that usually causes a lot of fires here in Orange County. I'm down in Newport Beach, so it's just west of me. I thought I was gonna have to evacuate, but I looked at the map and it's on the other side of the 405 freeway, the 5 freeway, so it's on the hills up there. Hope everybody's okay and nobody's getting hurt. Alright, the E-minis are not helping us. Now they're correcting up while we're trying to go short. So are they gonna help us or not? Probably not. I'm not having a good feeling about our trade anymore. Now with the E-minis going up. I don't want to raise my stop. I don't want to make this into a big loser. So it's either we're going to target or we're going home. Turn the video back up. So again, we're negative 60 for the day, and whatever we're negative on this trade. So we're negative 130 right now. Should have just ended the day after my internet got cut off. Should have taken this trade late in the game, but let's see what happens. This could be a drag, or this could drag us all the way to the end of the day. That's usually what happens after 1 p.m. Central Time. We just lose all the volume and it just lags and drags. But our stop is tight enough that it could just take us out quick, and then we'll have our first loser in, what is 6 days? I've lost him. How many days? I think 6 days or 5 days. Alright, we are seeing a little bit of buying, but a lot of pressure to the downside. There's no big block orders above or below. Man, I gotta redo my whole charts. I spent 1 hour this morning fixing everything for this dark background, to just have everything killed. All of this work for nothing. Yeah, I prefer the brighter one, but that blue light's not good for your eyes. I did buy a blue light pair of glasses, but I bought the amber one. They were too dark, and the reflection from the screen on the glasses, it made it pretty hard on the video for you guys to watch. Whoever's watching will have the reflection, so I sent that one back, and I ordered a new one with, instead of 98% blockage, 68. Yeah, that brand, what is it? Gunner. They're pretty good. They're expensive, but with the size screens I have in front of me, I need to protect my eyes. I'm not a young kid anymore. All right, we're seeing the E-minis trying to drop. So in a smaller time frame, it looks like it just did an ABC up. So ABC. So we are good to resume the trend to the downside. Big bar down now. If I lose connection again, it's probably because I'm just evacuating, but I think I'm pretty far enough that nothing's gonna happen. This fire is probably 10 or 20 miles away. Let's see where it's at now. Wind-driven fire in eastern Orange County forces evacuations in Irvine area. That's 25 minutes ago. Yeah, it's far. You gotta cross 2 freeways to get to my house. I'm like 10 blocks from the ocean, so we're safe, but the air quality probably won't be good. Hey, what's up, Tony? Glad you're back. Sorry that I lost connection earlier, but I think it was the wind. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hopefully, I could help you have a good month too. So I don't know if you just tuned in or not, but I am negative 60 right now for the day and negative 30 on this trade. Alright, it's just a waiting game. Alright, guys, I'm gonna take a little break. Hopefully, this will bring us luck. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna take my breakfast back to the kitchen. I wasn't even able to finish it, so I'll be back, guys. Alright, so I'm gonna check if this wind is offshore, if it's Santa Ana. Maybe I'll go surfing. Could be some tubes down here at the jetties. Let's see. No, it's small. 2 to 3. But if it's offshore, it could be a fun day. Let's check out 56th Street. Yeah, it's offshore. Whoa! It is awesome. Okay, so this is a Santa Ana windstorm then. That's usually what causes the fires here in Southern California. Oh yeah, it's clean. Okay, I'm gonna have to go surfing after this. I am not Hispanic, Tony. I am from Brazil. I'm Brazilian, but I love Cuban food. I used to live in Fort Lauderdale, actually Lauderdale by the sea. So I love Florida. I love Cuba. I love Cuban music. But I'm Brazilian. I do have some Spanish blood, but also have French. I got Ukrainian. I'm a European mutt. All right, the E-minis are dropping again. This is what we need. Let me open up my ES chart all the way. Let's see. Okay, so it did bounce off of the area that I was sideways for most of the morning. That was the area that was keeping us from going north when we were on our long trade. So this could be a good thing for us. The YM did pierce it a little bit, but it's still looking like it is resistance. Let's check the NQ. Okay, the NQ. Okay, the NQ hasn't gone as far up as that area, which is 11,482. But they're dropping again. Oh, West Palm Beach is nice. But there's no surf up there unless you go to Sebastian, so I want it to be a little further south. But West Palm Beach is nice. Okay, I'm starting to get scared out of this trade, but if you have a 1 minute chart open, Tony, and you see that there's a little gap, always look out for gaps in the 1 minute. Those always want to be filled. Okay? It will get filled 97% of the time. So there's a gap in between 5.1 and 1905, and then there's another gap that it was filled. So there's a little gap. So if there's ever an opportunity that you see a gap, you could do a small scalp, because 98% of the time it will fill, and it just filled it now. It doesn't mean that the market is going to go our way, but it's always a scalping opportunity. If it passes more than 10 or 15 minutes and that gap hasn't been filled, it's not going to. Okay? Oh, you're in Daytona. Nice. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Daytona. I don't even know if I've ever been there. I've usually taken the turnpike all the way down, so I've never gone as far up as Daytona. But I heard it's really nice when the kids are not around, driving you guys crazy. Spring break and all. So are you usually a gold trader, or you trade the E-minis? All right, here we go. Big bar down. This could be good. All right, we need to see a lower low though. We need to see a 4.3. 4.3. All right, we're starting to see some selling. All right, what did I just do? I think I moved one of my resistant areas. Okay, I hope the video quality is good. Nice. Yeah, nothing like the ocean. I hope you guys are having some nice weather there. All right, that was a positive bar down, but let's take a look at what it needs to be cleared in order to confirm that it is going south. So wave 2 up, it got stopped. Oh, this should be yellow. So now we need to clear is this area here to confirm. So we need a new lower low. That's what we need. That will confirm that we are going south, that the trend to the south side, to the south is confirmed. We're still positive in the market. Oh, okay. So E-minis, but since I saw your room, I have switched. Awesome. Well, let's make some money. Yeah, I don't suggest the E-minis. Do not trade the E-minis right now. It is too volatile. You know, you don't know where you could put a stop. You know, it's not the right time to be trading the E-minis unless you don't put a stop, because you could just be taken out so quick. I mean, 40 points is nothing unless you're doing the micro minis. If you do the micro minis, then you could be okay, but you still have to put some pretty big stops. So, but I will call out some E-mini trades as I see them in my 1 minute charts, but they're not as perfect as if I was doing a full evaluation. So if you do take those, you take those at your own risk. But if I ever see an opportunity on the E-minis and you want to go and check it out, so I am not a TopStep trader, but I will be following the TopStep rules as far as trying to be out of trades at a certain time. I'm not going to be doing the losses, because that's not, you know, how it's not my account. So you got to do that on your own as far as keeping track of how much you could lose per day. There is a lot of times that I'll go negative, like was it Friday or Thursday? I went negative 1,000 and then I went up 2,000 and I ended up the day with 1,080. So a range of $3,000. If you're doing TopStep, you'll be out, and you have to restart again. So if you do follow my trades, you need to, I would say, $200 maximum. You know, you guys, you should write to TopStep and ask them to make available the micro gold. It's MGC. It's 1/10 of the price. So one tick instead of $10 is $1. So instead of losing $100 on a 1 point, you're losing 10. So write them. Because they have made CL Micro available. So if crude is available, why it isn't gold? Maybe if enough people ask for it, they'll make it available. Because if you're doing your Columbine, you want to keep those losses to a minimum, and you don't want to be paying for 5-6 months of data, because you know you're paying, it's for data, that's what you're paying for. So you don't want to be paying 5-6 months. You want to do your Columbine as quick as possible, and you want to get funded as quick as possible. If you can't get funded in a month, then you're doing something wrong. You should be able to make 3,000 in a month. With the micro minis, it may take a month and a half. All right, this is taking long. All right, we need to see a lower low here to confirm that we're on the right side of this trade. And the E-minis are going sideways. So we do have a big block order at 5.4. They may want to go up there and gobble that to come back down. And then there's another order at right above our stop at 6.5, and that's a 30 lot. So there's a 30 lot at 6.5 and a 45 lot at 5.4. So these are lots. We don't know actually how many contracts it is. It could be 1,000, 2,000 each lot. We don't know. At least the small retail trader doesn't know. I think if you have Bloomberg Pro, you may be able to see it. I've never had it. Even when I had my small firm, I never had it. It's very expensive. I think it's up to 30 grand a year now. Before you were able to pay monthly, but now it's one chunk payment, so that's expensive. Okay, so we are trying to make a full correction to the downside. This is why I'm going short. That's what I'm seeing that the market wants to do. Time is not on our side. What do we have left? Oh, we have 1 hour left of trading. So we're just looking for the market to go negative 3 to 4 points, which is very doable. In the beginning of our trading day, I did call out that it was going to be a sideways day. That was either going to be up 3 or 5 or down 3 or 5, and this is exactly what it's looking like. I've never heard of them. Lilo. Wow. Okay. Never heard of Lilo. Yeah, David, there's a fire going on near my house here in Orange County. There's a windstorm. It looks like it's Santa Ana winds. And I lost internet. I lost everything. All of my charts that I was working on this morning, switching to a dark background, got all killed. So yeah, I apologize, but there's nothing that I could do. How did the trade go? So I got stopped out. So right now I'm negative 60 for the day and whatever plus I am on this trade now. So I am short at 4.6. Target that I'm going for is 998. If I get stopped out, I'm done. So I don't know if I'm able to go and upload our earlier trading. I think I'm just gonna upload this one now, and it is what it is. So negative 60. If I get stopped out, I'll be negative 210. So only one step you take first 8K. After a year is split. Okay, cool. Well, best of luck, Tony. Yeah, I never heard of Lilu. Well, I think that all of these companies, it's a great idea. You know, it's I think it keeps you smart. It keeps you tight in your stops when you are using someone else's money. You kind of have a more of a responsibility if you're not a person who can't control themselves, because the market will bring out the best and the worst of you, usually the worst of you. If you have a addictive personality, the market will bring it out. And then if you're having to pay these monthly fees, then you're going to do everything not to fall into that. All right, E-minis are struggling to fall again, and this can probably hurt us. Yeah, I only started putting in my banner and in the information of the video TopStep about 3 or 4 days ago, because I wasn't getting enough views. I started this channel about 3 months ago, and I've only had like 7 or 8 losing days, and I wasn't getting anybody to come watch me and make money with me. So ever since I put TopStep, I've been getting all kinds of views and more subscribers. And you know, I'm just here to help. I'm not getting paid. I mean, it's not monetized. YouTube is not paying me to do this. I think you need to have, what is it, 50,000 subscribers or views in order to make money. So I'm just here to help out. All right. Again, if we get stopped out, I'm done. I'm gonna raise it one tick up because it could do a second target of wave 3 in a smaller time frame. So just in case it just wants to go to 604 and bounce back, because that is the worst feeling when it takes you out and then it follows back. That is horrible. All right. One hour left. So we need the big boys to fall back into going negative. If they drop another 200 points, I think we are golden. All right, let's see if there's any blocks. If they added any more blocks. Okay, so now, yeah, it looks like it's going for that 46 lot 602. Let's see if we can survive that. Let's see if it'll bounce off of that. It may take that and just take us out and then drop, and I'll be okay with that. I'll take a losing day. I apologize if anybody followed me in any trades and they're losing also, but they can't all be winners. We should have gone out with that 340 in our pocket. So it looks like I still have poor streaming quality. It could be from the power outage. I mean, it wasn't a power outage. I just lost the internet. So it could have been from the windstorm. I'm not sure. But it's a coincidence. Fire, windstorm. So maybe it took out internet near the fire and it affected our area too. But my my breaker, my power supply from my computer did go on. So I don't know if, because all of this is all connected to my backup power. So I didn't have any other lights on, so I don't know if I did lose power or not. But it did go on and off. It did switch into power supply. All right, let's see what's going on with this fire. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I don't suggest you following every step I do. You want to have your own and then pick my brains in some of my ideas, but I don't suggest you follow me to a T. You know, get out early, go in early, do the opposite. I'm not a guru, and if anybody ever tells you they're a trading guru, they're full of shit. I just have my perspective of what I see and what I'm seeing. So you need to do your own evaluation. Okay, so they did lower. So now at 6.2 instead of 44, they have a 27 lot. Okay, so that could be bad for us. They may be getting afraid that the market is going back up. So as you can see, I don't do any moving averages at all. I just do Elliot wave. I do have a momentum indicator that I do watch, but all I do is levels as far as Fibonacci. All right, the E-minis are starting to come down. There's a selling opportunity on the YM. So if you're trading the YM, let me check it out here. Hold on. Oh, actually, it's a little bit late. I was talking and I didn't. Yeah, actually, it reached target already, or the first ABC, but there still could be, if there's a lower low on the YM, could probably still get in, and target is at 27,375. The entry was at 489. So it's already 50 points. And then there was one on the NQ, which hasn't reached target yet, and that was entry at 457, and target is at 408.50. So we may get some help from the E-minis. Crude is sideways, but I don't know when, but I see a target of $37 on crude. All right, E-minis are gonna start to go down again, it looks. Come on, let's go. Time decay is not on our side. All we have is 15 minutes left. All right, here we go. So we need a new lower low. Would be nice to see 1902, but we could start with 1904. Awesome. There you go, Tony. Yeah, I'm not the only answer. I'm not the only trade. That's the beauty of the market. There's always someone on the other side. So sometimes a good idea to just do the opposite of what I'm doing, and you could be making money. Or get out early, or don't move your stop, or lower your target. You know, it's you need to be comfortable with the amount of risk. You have to have your own amount of risk. How far you're willing to go. All right, here we go. Come on, let's go. NQ's dropping. Looks like it wants to go to target. ES is the one that is stalling. But we've seen these huge drops at the end of the day or big reversals, so it may want to make a new low. What is the low? Let's see, YM low. YM low. 259. Okay. So target is still above. So this is doable. Let's just hope it takes us down with it. Alright, I see people going on and off, so I think it is because of my poor streaming. And that is out of my hands. It could be the windstorm and the fire that's happening near us. It could be affecting our internet. Yeah, so it could definitely be. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay, there's a little gap on the upside. It needs to fill that if it's gonna keep going down. Look at your 1 minute chart. There's a gap between 4.3 and 4.4. In order to make this a solid run to the downside, has to fill that gap. Here we go. Come on. Up one more. Let's go. There, okay, it's filled. All right. Yeah, you don't want to see these gaps at the end of the day, because sometimes it will go and drop 1 or 2 points, and then it will snap right back with one long bar and takes you out. So it's a trap. At the end of the day, it's always a trap. So you think it's going your way, and there's a gap above you or below you, the opposite of your trade, and you get trapped. You think it's going lower or going higher, and it doesn't go. So you always want to see those gaps closed right away. All right, we're up 50. Okay, we're almost at zero. Come on, keep going, keep going. Okay, our target is close enough. This would be nice. End up to date, probably $400. I'll take it. Oh, big bar up. Okay, so let's see. Oh, buying opportunity on the ES. So if anybody wants to go long, you can go long on the ES at 78. There's another buying opportunity on the NQ, but it did not reach target, so it could be a trap. But if you want to go long on the NQ, you can go long at 432.75, and target on the NQ is 461 even, and target on the ES is 87.50. So NQ did reach, it almost reached minimum C. YM reached maximum C. So these long could be good and it will take us out. Now on our side, it pierced. Did it pierce? It did not go into our wave 2 to the downside. And it looks like it's just entering wave 2 area to the upside. Let's plot it out so we know if we're safe or not. So these are always tells. It's a tell if it's making a new trend or not, right? So if it passes a certain correction, then it's telling you it's on a new trend, or it's resuming. What happened? Come on. There it is. So it has to stay under 1906. Okay, so we need new lower lows on the E-minis. All right, so look at that. It pierced into wave 2 up to the downside and immediately dropped. This could be a great sign for us. This could be a great sign. And the same thing it did with the E-minis. They all had a spike up. So was that news or is that clearing of trades? I think the spikes are too small to be news. So I think it's bulls clearing trades. Let's hope. Let's hope it's bulls clearing trade. All right, here we go. Here we go. Big bar down. Come on, let's go. Let's go. It could be a good idea to get out at 1.3. But I'm going for 99.8. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's end this day on a positive note. Some money in my pocket. Come on. All right. What do we have on the downside? We're already cleared. There was a 45 lot at 1904. And it went through just like hot knife on butter. But the ES is not happy on going south. It's blocking YM and NQ. Okay, guys, I'm gonna lower my stop. I'm gonna lower my stop, and if I get stopped out, it will just be less of a loss, and I'll end the day. There it is. All right, so 15 ticks. Oh wow, there was a huge gap to the upside on the E-minis. What the hell is that? Okay, so that means it's gonna have to come down. I'm gonna put my stop up again. Okay, so something happened. What happened? What happened? We need to look at some news here. All of my pages. I lost them all earlier. So something happened. Big gap to the upside. Okay, there's some news. 5 minutes ago. Panic selling can lead to multi-day. No, that's not it. Okay, there's some type of news. If anyone knows it, let me know. But these gaps need to be closed. So are they gonna go to target and then, oh, so they may want to go to target and close the gap afterwards. This may hurt us. So YM is about to reach target, which is 513. Oh, this is not good. I don't know if we have enough room. Wow, that's 53. Well, that's a 20-point gap on the YM. So let's see if there's any news out. Something happened to affect the market to make gaps up. Come on, let's go. So have we seen a lower? No. Okay, so we're close to making a new lower low. All right, we're positive $80 if we get out now. We have no gap, so there's nothing that we need to worry about. Our market is negative. Maybe gold is counting on the E-minis closing the gap to the downside. YM is trying to reach that minimum C. So again, targets on NQ. First target is 460.75. On the YM is 513. ES is 87.75. But they all got gaps to the downside. Wow, look at that. Went all the way down, made a new low, and we popped back up. This could be it. This could be it, guys. It may be a good idea to get out. Still checking for news. Oh man, that was a huge bar down. And it did make a new lower low, a new wick lower low by 1 tick, 2 ticks. and there was nothing really blocking it. So I don't. All right, I'm gonna lower my stop again. Now I'm starting to get scared. All right, 100 and 130 $130 stop. So we just did a wave two so we did two waves two. So wave two up, bounce back down. Let's make sure that it did make another wave two up. Another wave two up right there. It looks like it's bouncing again. So if it just wants to correct to come back down, our entry is a safe area. Okay, it looks like YM is trying to come down to close that gap. Yep, that was, yeah. That looks scary. If it's gonna come down, it's gonna come down now. It looks like it could have been just clearing of trades and they dropped it and they're done going down. But you also need to keep in mind that whenever it does these huge wicks up and down, people get caught. So they go and start to leverage up and down wherever the side is of the wick. So they start adding more contracts to come back to even. And that usually brings the market back down to that wick. Doesn't happen all the time, but it happens a lot. So it may fall again, but it may not go any further down because they leveraged enough to get out of that trade at break even, and then the trend resumes to the upside because it was a wick down and then it came all the way back up, right? So it's up. Let's see. Let's see what happens. So the E-minis are not trying to close the gap. It may do it the last second. All we have is half hour left. It may do with one wick down. It may close the gap. So this gap to the downside may not help us at all. Yeah, that wick to the downside is very suspicious. Very suspicious. So it may be a good idea to raise our target to 1.3. It may do a one wick down and just hit that and bounce. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'll be happy with 200 something positive. It could be a mistake, or you know what, I'm gonna leave it and then I'll just I'll keep my stop, I'll keep it floating. So if it starts to go down again, I'll just do a floating stop and I'll drop it if I see a hit target, first target, and come back up. So sometimes you may not have enough time. Sometimes it just hits those targets and just bounces up or down, and you may not pick up as much profit as if you had a solid target at that area, but I'm willing to take a chance. All right, NQ is starting to drop. It may want to go for that gap. Oh, so NQ reached target. Okay. So if you took a long, it reached target. Yep. Oh, and it's going back up again. Yep. So it just did a minimum C, is going even higher. YM reached target also. Let's hope they drop from here. ES still hasn't reached target, so ES, so it could drive both of them up to their second target, which will take us out. So second target on the NQ is 470.75. Oh my God, they both reached target. Okay, they all reached. Yep. All right, this could be bad news. Yeah, that wick to the downside was a clue. Yep, they're all gaining background. Okay, so ES has reached minimum target. YM and NQ reached maximum wave C. So if they don't drop now, if they try to regain more ground, we're getting stopped out. So those were great trades, huh? So I'll call these out. If I ever see a ES, YM, or NQ, I'll call them out. Sometimes I take them, and if I do take them, it will not reflect on the P&L of my day. I just do a little math at the end, and I remove that. Oh wow, here we go. Selling opportunity all across the board, and this looks really good. Hold on. Yes, this looks really good. Really nice short on all of them. I would go short at 86.5 on the ES target, 71 and a quarter. So 10 points. YM short excuse me, at 529, target 398. NQ, hold on, let me calculate it. NQ short at 468, target 408.75. Oh, actually, they don't look good. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Momentum looks to the upside. I would not take it. If you did take it, be careful. It's an advanced trade. You're going against momentum. But they're dropping. So all three of them are advanced trades, high risk. 25 minutes left. Okay, we need these short on the E-minis to be good. This will help us out. It looks like these are turning to good trades, but still advanced trade. Going against the momentum. But what's helping them out is the closure of the gap. But it may stop at the gap closure. I think that is most likely what will happen. It will bounce off of the gap. So NQ 434 and a quarter, YM 451, and ES 78. All right, if we get out now, we are even. We are flat for the day. I'm tempted to just pay commission. So all of these positive and negative days, it's always before commission, because everyone has their own brokerage. Not all commissions are the same. So all of my profits are not. It's always before commission. Right, momentum is still to the upside for the E-minis. Okay, so I called and said that it may do just a wick down to close the gap, and that's it. So that is looking more like what's going to happen, and I think it's going to do the same with us. So smart money would put our stop at 2.1. All right, I'm going to raise my stop to 1.3. Maybe it will get close to the wick and then do a 1 bar down and take us out at target. So I'm not going to move it anymore, and the reason is because of time decay. This is it. This is it. So if it does go to our original target of 1899, I'm willing to lose a point and a half just to guarantee that at least I have some type of profit. Here we go. Come on, let's go. So nothing on the downside to hold us up.